Oh man, there's a lot of similarities. All three teams have a lot of heart and fight, and it's hard.
The season, so Coach was hoping that the 3 days off would really benefit Buster.
A lot of the fans here saying, "Why is Buster out of the lineup?" Sometimes they don't understand. A base hit into left field through the hole, and the second hit of the game for the Giants. Posey with a leadoff base hit. And we caught up with the pitching coach of the Braves, Roger McDowell, and talked about how Derek Lowe nipply got, followed by Pat Burrell and Juan Uribe. Deep to center field, Rick Ankiel going way back, and Ankiel can't handle it. It's off the base of the wall. And Posey rounding second. He's heading for third. Here's the throwback, not in time, and in with a stand-up triple is Buster Posey.
Dick, Derek Lowe, being a sinker ball pitcher, obviously needs to keep the ball down. He was able to do so on the first three pitches. A called strike at the bottom of the zone. Goes a little bit lower with a changeup, a little bit lower with a changeup, and then makes a mistake with a cut fastball up over the heart of the plate. Buster Posey with a deep drive to straightaway center. Rick Ankiel got turned around.
2-1 now to Buster Posey with 2 down in the third inning. So Hansen looking to keep the Giants at bay and hope that the Braves bats come alive for the first time in this series. They have yet to score a run through 11 2/3 innings, and a ground ball up the middle, and that'll be stopped by Conrad, but can't make a throw, and Posey is on with a 2-out single.
You know, one thing you hear so much about Buster Posey is what a polished hitter he is for a rookie at the major league level. And part of that can be attributed to the way he spreads his base hits around the field. Pretty even distribution there, left, center, and right. And he will go to right and right center, especially with runners in scoring position. Fastball up in the zone, just takes it right back up the middle of the field.
Off the glove of Hudson, and no play, and Posey is going to reach. Off the glove of Hudson, and no play, and Posey is going to reach. Starting this third inning, and the count is 1-1 strike. Buster Posey was a Braves fan in Leesburg, and you see that foam tomahawk? Well, Buster Posey had one of those at home as well when he was a youngster rooting for the Braves. 1-1 pitch through the hole into base hit as Infante dives to his left. And Buster Posey now with his 5th hit of the series.
A second time leading off an inning for Buster Posey in this game. When he's leading off an inning, he
for the last day of the regular season. We got a new car, we got a painting. And as you mentioned, that 11-day cruise that his wife Pam said, we're going next April. Reaching out, and a slow ground ball, going to be trouble, and no play, and Posey is on. So an infield hit by Buster Posey. Aubrey Huff moves to second base, and that is just the second hit of the game for the Giants, and they have runners at first and second.
You can see Gloss had backed way up into a deeper fielding position at third base. Comes in to make the barehanded play, but no chance to get Posey at first base. A little bit of an off-balance swing, kind of leading him out of that right-handed batter's box. He got down the line a little.
Working on 8 days of rest. That's into right center field. It'll get down. Worth cuts it off, makes a good play to his right. Made a good one to his left earlier. It's a 2-out single. That'll bring in Pat Burrell. Burrell, who hit a 3-run home run in Game 2 of the division series against Atlanta. Singled his last time up as he just flared one into right center field.
We haven't pitched in 21 days.
Here's a 2-2. Right back up the middle. Posey has put the Giants on top.
Posey hit a big postseason. So they started A.J. Burnett, lost 10-3, and came back, and Sabathia won tonight. So similar situations for both the Phillies and Yankees.
Posey into left field, back is Francisco over his head. All the way from first is Huff to third to home. 2-0 San Francisco. Kids are leading the Giants with Bumgarner, the 21-year-old, on the mound, and now Posey with 2 RBIs, the 23-year-old catcher.
That ball tailing into that lethal down and in area.
Here's a 2-2. Spoiled it. Line drive into right is another hit. Beautiful piece of hitting by Buster Posey. And he is into second with a 1-out double. His second double of the night.
I think that ball was off the plate. It was a fastball. We'll see. Yeah, that ball's off the plate. And look at Posey going to right field with 2 strikes. 2 doubles, a single, 2 RBIs. And here comes Charlie Manuel.
Posey's like the Benjamin Button of catching. He's going to age in reverse. His last year, he'll be terrible because here in his first year, he's made it look awfully easy.
Declining years, huh?
He is something. Just 23 years old. He's had a big night. Bastardo's gone. Ryan Madsen coming in. Made a tremendous play at the top of this ninth on a ball hit by Globe. 1-2. Line drive into right, another hit. Worth trying to cut it off. He does. And it's first and third with a terrific defensive play by Ward. With the winning run 90 feet away. Posey with 4 hits.
Worth sliding on the warning track to prevent this ball from going to the wall. Not enough to allow Aubrey Huff to go to third base. Huff looking over his shoulder. He knows he's going to third and stops there. Again, Worth with the save so far.
And now on Uribe, who didn't get the... Line drive left center. 1 run scores. Sanchez started back to second and holds. That throw gets away, but nobody advances. It's 2-2 in the third.
When you're a runner on at second base, you don't really know where the shortstop is behind you. So therefore, on a line drive, you've got to play safety first. Watch Sanchez turn around and look, sees it's a base hit. That hesitation cost him, but that's good base running. You really don't know where the shortstop is behind you. You know the height of the ball, perhaps, but you're not sure.
Now first and third for Pat Burrell. Team that originally drafted him, and they're glad they brought him back. That's off the end of the bat into center for a hit. Buster Posey on for the first time tonight. Positioning as Andrus makes the play, 1 out. Shaded up the middle. That's right where Aubrey hit it, 1 down here in the 4th. That'll bring in Buster Posey. And the rookie walked and was stranded his first time up. But I'm sure we talked more about it during the NLCS, that this is a group. It's worn out by now, but misfits, whatever you want to call them, dirty dozen, that's what Bochy called him. Here's a base hit into left, and Posey's on base for the 2nd time tonight. But whatever the mix, they really fit well together. It's a good clubhouse. Everyone seems to get along. There aren't any clicks down there. And Posey is the first rookie catcher to hit cleanup in a lineup during the World Series ever. Here's a 2-2. Fly into center for Hamilton. Back carrying at the wall. It's a home run. Up onto the grass in center field. The ball shooting out to center, and it's 4-0 Giants in the 8th. First postseason home run for Buster Posey.
And again, Ron Washington saying, don't be fooled by the flags in this ballpark. Flags blowing in from right field. That was a breaking ball, a high breaking ball that kept carrying and carrying and carrying.
There is nobody more shocked than Hamilton, who took a couple of steps, was drifting, and then started to sprint. 1 year ago tomorrow, in the same situation for his Philadelphia Phillies at home, Cliff Lee was good enough. 7+ innings and an 8-6 win. Here's a line drive base hit into right. Off the bat of Buster Posey, in the top of the 1st inning is alive for the Giants. We'll bring in Cody Ross.
You can see the Giants' strategy. There's no waiting around, and there's no sense to wait around. Cliff Lee
just pitching to Renteria. Not bunting after the hit to lead off in the 6th inning by Moreland with Andrus at the plate. Instead trying a hit and run. Andrus flat out. Nothing really came of that leadoff hit in the 6th. Posey with a chopper to 3rd. Michael Young can't make the play, and Buster Posey has his 2nd hit of the night.
Statue of Willie McCovey Cove, San Francisco, game 1 of the National League Division Series. Cincinnati overcoming injury to their starter Cueto as Buster Posey on the first pitch, left field. That's deep, and that ball is up and out. Buster Posey gets them on their feet at AT&T Park, and the Giants are on the board.
There was a hanger, too. A couple of mistakes tonight have been hit out of the ballpark by each side. It's so funny, Ron, you and I were just saying before this inning started that something's got to happen to get this crowd back into it.
And none better than maybe the NL MVP getting it started. Shows you how much pop he has out on his front foot. Still can dump it over the left field wall.
Amazing that he can keep that ball fair. Posey on a first pitch, off-speed pitch from Latos. 24 home runs this year. Giants batting order. Strong innings in this game. Gave up just 1 run and only 1 hit. That allowed Dusty Baker to back up his bullpen. Marshall had the 8th. Chapman was impressive in the 9th, and now it's Broxton in the 10th. Posey rips one to right field, a base hit. Base hit number 2 for the Giants as Posey leads off the 10th with a single.
Broxton ran into a little trouble his 1 inning of work in San Francisco, and it was a hit by Posey that got that started. He also walked about it.
And they keep trying to play Posey to pull, and he has 2 hits to right field.
Only 2 hits tonight, both coming to right field. Scudero down the line. That was back in the 6th, and now Posey. And here is Hunter Pence. 0 for 3 tonight. Couple of strikeouts. Pence sent Jay Bruce deep to right his last time up.
Roston doesn't have too much of a move for first base, and he's also very slow to the plate.
Well, I was just wondering if he did that just to see if Pence would give him an idea if he might be bunting here. He did not show any sign of it.
In this ballpark.
Right.
Deep left field. That is way back, and a grand slam for Buster Posey. The Giants break it wide open as Posey goes way out. What a moment for Buster Posey in a year that might end up as an MVP season. Buster Posey just delivers a huge haymaker to the Cincinnati Reds in Game 5.
Hannigan knew it. Posey knew it. 45,000 plus here knew it. This went off the facing of the second deck.
And Madletos is out. Dominant through the first 4 innings. Cannot get through the 5th. As Buster Posey with a grand slam. It is 6-0 Giants.
Battery with whoever was on the mound for the Giants back in 2010. That's foul. He was called up in May, took over, and he is loved here in San Francisco for not just what he does, but the way he goes about his business here at the park.
No question that he is the core of this San Francisco team.
Slices one into right. That's a hit. Beltran gets it on the second bounce, and it's a leadoff single for Buster Posey. With 2 strikes, flip one into right. How about more about Buster Posey? Rookie of the Year in 2010. The World Series as a rookie and was a rock behind the plate. Hit cleanup. Broke his left leg May 25th last year. Missed the rest of the season. And how does he follow it up? He comes back with what should be an MVP year. 1 on, 1 out, 2-1 pitch. Hardly a base hit into left field. Sandoval will stop at second. Posey his first hit of the day. And now it gets down to Hunter Pence. Hunter Pence is in the spot behind Posey to provide protection and does not yet have an RBI this postseason. Bounced into the double play after an intentional walk to Posey back in that 1-run 3rd inning.
Yeah, and he had 104 RBIs during the season with the Phillies and with the Giants.
Ball 1 outside. You wonder, should the Cardinals advance? If they do, if Lance Lynn will get another start. He's been in the bullpen not just during the regular season. Base hit into left by Posey. But to start this postseason, and Posey fouled the ball just under his left knee with a bit of a limp going down the first baseline.
Hosmer can't get to it. Bruce Jenkins is a writer for the San Francisco Chronicle, and he wrote this about Buster Posey, who was one of the Giants that really celebrated after the victory over Cincinnati. Bruce wrote,
chopped off the plate, tough play, base hit as it gets through into center, and Sandoval will stop at second, 2 on, 1 out. And Posey has his first hit of the night and just his 4th of this series. this week. Get ready for kickoff with a Fox College Saturday pregame show, followed by a Big 12 showdown. Texas Tech takes on third-ranked K-State. They'll be looking to keep their national
pulling off. If he goes to right field with a couple of hits, it's amazing how that can make you well. Get back into the position of driving the ball.
That's into right, a base hit, and it's 8-1 Giants here in the 7th.
Even if it's a clunker.
And there will be no confidence rebuilding for Valverde tonight. That's the end of his evening. As Benoit is getting ready. Valverde out of the ball game. So a visit from Jeff Jones during that at bat. An at bat that ends with a 2-run home run. Now Posey gets one into left. And he's on with 2 out here in the 3rd.
In Game 7 against the Cardinals, we said the Giants can do no wrong. Well, thus far, in Game 1 of the World Series, that statement, I think we'll stand by that. All runs being scored with 2 outs tonight.
That curve just dropped into Buster, who is hitting .204 this postseason, 2 out of 4 last night in Game 1. Hunter Pence on deck. Base hit, right field, and Buster Posey is on to start the 2nd. And let's go back to that play. 43 degrees, feels like it's in the mid-30s with a wind chill. And by way of a game summary, Miguel Cabrera, his first home run, his first extra base hit of this World Series, a 2-run shot. Gave the Tigers a 2-1 lead in the 3rd. We're now in the 6th inning. Brandon Belt with an RBI triple in this game, and the Tigers, when Cabrera went deep, took their first lead this 108th World Series. Posey took a ball. Buster is struck out, fly to center. You can hear it. This one's down the line and left. At the track, at the wall, and the Giants have regained the lead. Home run, Buster Posey, and their cleanup hitter, the potential MVP of the regular season and the comeback player of the year, has put the Giants on top 3-2 in the 6th.
It used to be that right-handed pitchers didn't throw right-handed hitters a changeup. It ends up in that volatile area. That was a changeup thrown to Posey. 3-2 Giants. It's a trend.
Up the middle and through, a base hit. And Blanco's going to come in to score on an RBI single by Posey. It's 8-0.
Buster Posey, we talked about how hot he was coming in, and that's a pitch probably down in the strike zone, and see how he just goes down and gets it. Uses his hands great, barrel the bat, but the head's always staying still with Buster Posey. No movement in the head. He can track the ball a lot longer. And again, another guy who, even though he has power, doesn't try to do too much with his swing. It's very simple.
Can hardly bear to watch. Second straight year in the postseason. Gave the Cardinals all they could handle in a division series last year. Up the middle and through, a base hit. Blanco's going to come in to score on an RBI single by Posey. It's 8-0.
Buster Posey, we talked about how hot he was coming in, and that's a pitch probably down in the strike zone. And see how he just goes down and gets it. Uses his hands great. Barrel of the bat, but the head's always staying still with Buster Posey. No movement in the head. Can track the ball a lot longer. And again, another guy who, even though he has power, doesn't try to do too much with his swing. It's
Craig Stammen making his 50th appearance of the season today. Back up the middle, past Stammen and trickling into shallow center field to make it 3-0 Giants.
It's amazing the feel of this game. You would think the Giants, based on the crowd and the way this game's gone, can be. No wasted movement out of Zimmerman. It's almost as if he's going forward to just play catch with the catcher and has this electric arm. He doesn't really do much to waste any motion on the mound. Simple.
Posey with a base hit into left. And a crowd that was eager for a punch out, something that was the case a lot yesterday, sits back down after a 3-2 pitch is lined into. Luck of the game came as his final batter, and it ended the stretch of 20 consecutive hitters retired. He turns it over with that one final out to get to his closer, Drew Storen, who has been unstoppable since August 24th. An ERA of 0 in his 17 appearances down the stretch. Buster Posey for the Giants. On the first pitch, that's into shallow left center, a base hit. Panik will stop at second. The go-ahead run aboard with 2 out in the 9th. And Pablo Sandoval will have another chance.
Good fastball pitch away. Tacks it and gets it off the end of the bat. And he keeps this rally alive. But the Giants are just unreal. Whether they come back and win this game or not.
Part of that run-scoring rally to tie it at 1.
Yeah, a big inning here is like getting 2 hits in 1 inning. Is considered a big inning the way this game has gone. And yet, to your point, Cardinals I think scored 8 runs.
An 8-run inning. Yeah.
Man.
Sandoval had the game-tying hit in the 9th. Lined into left. A base hit and maybe more. Posey takes the turn and is satisfied with a leadoff single here in the 14th.
3-0, green light right here. 3-0, trying to end it with 1 swing or get the lead with 1 swing, not end it, but he goes down, hits it down where they're playing no doubles as well. The infielder, at least third baseman on the line.
Let's take a look at some of the numbers in game 2 of the NLDS. 36 players have been used, 14 of them pitchers, a lot of pitches. Only 2 balls and 2 strikes the count to Buster Posey. Into right field once again. Jason Worth will not have a play on this one, however. And that ball settled.
In. So you're adding to his ability to go to certain parts of the lineup for successful strikeouts. So the top of the lineup and then the bottom of the lineup are 2 areas. If you get in trouble, you can pitch around to get to these left-handers.
1-1 to Buster Posey is lined into left, to base hit. Buster Posey now 6 for 15 in this LDS.
The only unknown for Matt Williams as you watch this replay, and this guy's got one of the prettier swings in the game. Lines a base hit, is whether or not Gio's going to have his command. And early on, it looks like he does have his command. Because that's what Bruce Bochy may have been banking on, even with the left-handers. If he doesn't command his fastball, it doesn't matter if you're right or left-handed.
It's the first meeting between these 2 veterans. center with plenty of English on it. That dumps in front of Span. He had no play on a line drive base hit back up the middle.
Air out there like you're having fun.
I have a hard time keeping it in. There's no doubt. When you watch the game tomorrow night, there'll be some different grimaces on my face, and you'll know.
Base hit Posey.
Yeah, you'll know how the game's going for the most part by my emotions, and you know what? That's something I can't apologize for. I'm a passionate person, and at the end of the day, I'll be passionate and crazy, but there'll be a lot of thought process and a lot of interaction with the players on the field and my catcher, of course.
Hey, Jake, we just saw Adam looking at the umpire and had a little conversation, talking back and forth. Are you working
in baseball this year? Triples Alley, they call it.
Here's a 1-1. That's into right field and in front of Pritchett for a 2-out single.
You notice Buster Posey's a lot more aggressive. In the second half of the season, he hit almost over 400. Being aggressive, swinging first pitch, second pitch early in the count, that's a ball right down the middle that he's not going to miss. But his problem early in the year was he was letting himself get too deep in counts, 1 and 2, find himself 0-2.
Miller, line drive, base hit left field. It's a 4-2 game. Holiday cuts it off. Posey's got a 2-out RBI single. It's 4-2.
Well, he's locked in. Took some great pitches. And the other thing that's happening for Buster right now is Pablo Sandoval starts swinging the bat as well. So now you got protection. And so Buster is getting pitches to hit. I love the fact he pulled the ball and fouled it off. The number he hit down third baseline. And then he gets aggressive on a high pitch and strokes it to left. Great at bat. Now, if you get that runner in a run down between second and first, and the run scores before you get the out, the run counts. So you got to go home. Forget him at second.
Here's the 0-2. That's into left. Posey, another hit. Here comes the runner, no throw. It's 6-4 Giants.
We know he's an extreme ground ball pitcher. There you can see good example of a sink on that sinker. That one left up a little bit, and that one left up even more. 3 looks at the sinker, but each one a little bit higher, and that spells trouble for Seth Maness.
Blanco scores to make it 6-4
instead of 3 inches.
Chance for the Giants here in the first inning. Posey hits it hard, a base hit into left. Gordon, one of the best in the game, will come up ready to throw, and Blanco holds it third. First and third, 1 out. And another hit for Buster Posey.
And you said that, another hit, Joe. He's been on fire. We watched him last series, and it looked like about the second game against the Cardinals, he really started to catch stride. In the last 3 games, this is the swing we were seeing, Tom.
He's been on fire.
It was 0-2. They end up walking. You got an open base. This is a big at bat. You can get them right back in the game. They're going to make Hunter Pence and Sandoval beat you. That's kind of what their plan has been all series.
Vargas. That's a base hit. Duffy coming around. Buster Posey delivers the hit. The play complete. Too late. 4-2 game.
Gordon actually made that play close. You know, hitters hit mistakes. And I really think they made a mistake. They tried to bust him in a couple pitches, just showing it to him. And they left something out over. This is a big run right here in this game.
Makes it a 2-run game. Now the inning continues for Pence. Baseball world thinks this is it for James Shields in a Kansas City uniform. It'll be somewhere else in 2015. That's in the air to center. Dyson will play it on a bounce. And each side gets a 2-out single in the first.
The little things that get you hot as a hitter. Buster gets a ball up, stays with it. It's a ball he was hooking and not staying through.
Giants baseball. How many times have we seen them get on top of those high pitches? They don't pop them up. They hit line drives or ground balls. Keep the line moving.
Here's Sandoval. Had 2 big hits here last night, batting right-handed. He steps in.
Matt Vasgersian back at Wrigley Field. And that's the first time John Lester has retired the Giants leadoff hitter tonight.
Yeah, the Giants were doing exactly what you need to do against a guy who's hot as John Lester is. Get the leadoff guy on, create some havoc. And unfortunately for the Giants, they got a guy thrown out at second and a guy picked off at first to kill those potential rallies.
There's Buster Posey now with 1 away and offers at the first pitch and dumps a base hit into left field. Buster Posey has done his best work throughout his career against left-handed pitching. That continues here. And there's a 1-out base runner in the San Francisco 4th. Francisco in game 1. Posey with a swing and a drive to left. Zobrist back and it's off the wall. Posey into second, the tying run in scoring position with 2 away in the 9th.
Posey's got such a simple swing that I felt like this matchup, and he went with the slider. He doesn't overswing. Watch how simple this is. And this ball, if it doesn't have the top spin, it's a tie baseball game. Zobrist does his best to try and get him out at second. Of course, Posey does not have the speed, but see how simple that swing is. Looking fastball, reacting to a slider, and then reacting to this, trying to get to second base. Fastball at 95 right there was almost by him.
The next 2-2 is lined into right field. We have a conclusion to report in Boston, quite literally. Kevin Burkhardt back in our Los Angeles studios. KB. Position. It's one thing to do that in a single start, let alone 15. And Posey comes through against him again. The Giants are on the board in the 3rd. Two runs tonight. It's matched its run total from each of the first 2 games of this series combined. Shot back up the middle, another base hit. Buster Posey enjoying a perfect 3-for-3 night.
Well, besides a professional hitter, this is the approach he's had against Jake Arrieta, and it's the best approach so far. Don't try and do too much. Go right back up the middle. You saw the slider spin there. When the circle is bigger, that means the spin and the break are not going to be as big. The hitter sees that circle between the seams coming together. When it is tight, it creates a dot. And those are the ones that the Giant hitters have been swinging over the top and missing.
Cubs pitching coach Chris